Hello, everyone, and welcome to Royal Fashion News. My name is Brittany, and today we're going to be talking about the best and worst royal looks for this week. I'll be telling you what are my favorite and what are my least favorite. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for my number one of my favorite looks of the week here is Princess Sofia of Sweden. I just really loved the sparkling number that she had. I thought it was gorgeous and I thought it was a great change. She's actually kind of been on my worst dress list for the last couple of weeks, so it was wonderful to see her in something that I actually really liked. She was wearing an Andia dress, a Bottega Veneta wallet, and a Stina shoes. So these are actually orthotically based shoes, which I thought were kind of really interesting. And she's been wearing these for a bit, so maybe she has some feet problems. And so that might be something of interest to you. If you have feet problems, I actually do. So I thought that was a pretty neat little shoe setup that she had. But unfortunately, Sofia also made my worst dress once again this week. There were a couple of looks. They recently did a little royal tour, and I was just not a fan at all of Sophia's look. So I liked her. I kind of liked the individual pieces. I didn't think they were super bad, but I felt like especially the coat was gorgeous. The Odd Molly coat, I wouldn't mind having that. And the sweater was really nice, although I felt like she looked much more underdressed than her husband. Her husband actually looked more together in his suit, and she looked very casual in this outfit. And I was not really a fan of how it hit her in the middle. I kind of had the same kind of complaint about Meghan. I feel like it kind of makes her look a bit heavier because I feel like it kind of holds her in as the worst part. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think. But my other best dress for this week, I'll actually have to give it to, I think, all the Spanish royal ladies here. So this was at the Princess of Asturias event. They have there in Spain, and this was one of the kind of the pre-events, a concert event. I am in love with Queen Letizia's dress here. It is a Teresa Helbig embellished velvet dress. I think it's gorgeous. I love the sparkle in it, and I think she just looks utterly stunning. Now, question is it a bit inappropriate for a royal lady? Perhaps, but I still think it is absolutely fabulous. I love Infanta Sofia, her little dress there from the Theracom. I think that's really sweet. And she's obviously getting, I think, rather tall. She's taller than her mom and she's taller than her sister. And so I think she's getting very leggy, I would have to say, but I think she looks gorgeous here. I also love Princess Leonor of Spain. She's the Princess of Aurelius. So this is actually her event now. It used to be her parents' event. Now it is her event. And I think she looks really, really gorgeous in this outfit. So next, for my worst dress, I will have to give it to Grand Duchess Maria Teresa of Luxembourg. I don't know what she was thinking here. The printed pants, the long overlay shirt, it's a black silk blazer, I guess. It's a Maison Rabinkov. I'm just not a fan of this. You know, if you are a little heavier, wearing printed pants is not the best idea because generally prints can add volume to you, so you want to slim down. So if she's going to have a print, I would maybe go with something more subtler on the top and have black pants be kind of a solid color instead down below. I'm just not a fan of this. I don't think it lays on her well, and I just think if you're going to camouflage things, that's probably not the best way to go. All right, next on my best dress is once again from the Princess of Aurelius events. And now we have the Spanish royal family yet again. All the ladies here look absolutely stunning. I love that they're all kind of wearing something that kind of shimmers and sparkles. They all have sequins. I think sequins is in this year because I'm seeing a ton of sequin things out right now. So I'm really liking all of these looks. If I had to pick a favorite, I'd probably go with Queen Letizia here. I really just love that dress. I think it's gorgeous. And that dress is from Carolina Herrera. And I think it just looks utterly gorgeous on her. Although I do love Princess Leonor's look with the kind of like the palm trees, I think is kind of cute. It's from Michael Kors. It's a palm sequined tulle mini dress. So I think it does work here. Infanta Sofia has the shortened version of this dress. And again, I think all of them are looking really, really good. Okay, for my next worst dress, I'd have to give it to Queen Rainier. I love shirt dresses. I really do. I am just not a fan of this. I don't really care for the print. The color is nice. I don't know. I'm just not really that much of a fan of it. It's a Silvia Chirassi dress. Doesn't do much for me at all. And so just going to say, not really a fan of this. Okay, so for my next best dress, I'm going to give it to Crown Princess Mette-Marit of Norway. So she's another new one to our list here because I was trying to branch out because I can make all of them, all the best dresses Spanish royals, but that seems a little bit too much. But I really do actually like this dress from Mette-Marit. It's very simple. It's from Valentino, so there's just not a lot of embellishment to it. I think the color is actually really, really gorgeous on her, and I really like that she's wearing her wedding daisy tiara. So she has neck issues in addition to lung issues. So Mette-Marit, as I understand it, it's getting harder for her to wear tiaras. So I'm really glad she was wearing this one and that they did buy her something. This is a tiara they actually bought her for her wedding. It's small enough that it's not a lot of weight on her head. And so I just think she looks really, really stunning here. This is a really great look. And what's nice about it is she can wear it to different events and she can kind of dress it up and dress it down. That's kind of the great thing about a solid, simple dress like this is that it's something that you can really, really glam up. So I'm just really, really loving this on her. I think it looks gorgeous. And it's been a while since we've seen her, I think, in something that I really, really like. And just a quick note, I guess apparently her daughter, so this will be the future queen of Norway, Ingrid Alexander, was in a surfing competition, which I think is kind of awesome. So next on my worst dress list, I'll have to give it to Queen Matilda of the Belgians. She was on a state visit to Lithuania this week, and I'm just personally not really a fan of this look. I just don't think it's particularly flattering on her. I kind of sort of like the print. I kind of sort of like the back of her hat. But at the same time, I just, again, don't feel like it flatters her all that well. I feel like it just doesn't lay nicely on her body. And so I'm just not totally a fan of it. I just don't think it's very flattering for her. She did have actually this gorgeous, just as a brief side note, did have this gorgeous red number, which again, I think actually looked really, really fantastic on her. So I really, really loved that. But I just was not a fan at all of this gray and orange number. It just doesn't do much for me. I feel like the print should have been more, maybe less. I'm not sure. But just wasn't a fan. So for my favorite look of the week, I'm going to go with actually something that's a bit of a surprise. And I try to go with something where I just went, oh, wow. And obviously I did do that with Letizia's look at one of the Princess of Aurelius's events. But I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Queen Silvia of Sweden. I love this white dress that she has on here. She was at an event in Jordan, and I think it's a fundraising dinner. I think she looked stunning in this. I really, really do. It was such a, just kind of a change, and it's a George et Arend, and the white really, really suits her. She just looks stunning. She really, really does. And so I'm just so excited to actually give the best dress of the week, in my opinion, to Queen Silvia of Sweden. Again, guys, sometimes it's all about color. It's about cut of the dress. And I just think Silvia really, really pulled off that look. And actually Queen Rainier, who actually was on kind of a bit of a style high for a bit, actually I thought looked pretty bad in her ensemble. I wasn't really a fan of it. Okay, guys, now for the absolute worst dress of the week, I have to 1,000% give it to Meghan Markle here. What is this jumpsuit? What is this jumpsuit? People have said it's kind of a mix between MC Hammer pants and a diaper, which I would agree with. I don't understand the hanging, like the long hanging pockets. I don't feel like that would look good on really any woman or most women of different sizes. I just don't think it looks that good. And then the sweater, I could understand the sweater maybe going over, but I don't feel like it would be easy actually or flattering to actually pull that sweater over the jumpsuit. So I just wonder, what was the point of the sweater? I guess to just lay over her shoulders. I feel like that's kind of pointless. It kind of emphasized the sloppiness of the look, I thought. And I mean, granted, she's just going shopping, but this was clearly an attempt at the time to mitigate and distance herself and give herself a bit of balance after a really bad week in terms of press. She had some really bad press last week. So I feel like this was her attempt to kind of mitigate that in a lot of ways. And it was just deeply, deeply unflattering. And I don't know what woman would buy that type of jumpsuit. Somebody, I think, was on Meghan's Closet Chronicles or something like that, actually pulled a different jumpsuit, and it looked 1,000 times better. Like, well, the original one is sold out, but here's a different style. I was like, oh, that's so much better. Because again, if you are somebody who's hippie, those type of pockets will just make you look really, really hippie. And granted, Meghan has a square frame, so I guess those could help her, could not help her. I don't know. I felt like it just was an incredibly sloppy look. So I just was not a fan. So guys, let me know what you think of these royal fashion looks for this week. We do have Catherine, the Princess of Wales. We should be seeing her next week, which will be super exciting. And we also have the state visit. The Dutch state visit in Greece should be coming up soon, and we have state visits from South Africa going to the UK. So we should have some more Tiara events coming up very, very soon. So I'm so excited to see those. I hope you guys are too. Thank you so, so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys again for these videos next week. Bye.